Welcome to this week's episode of Sherpodcast, episode 8. Time goes by so slowly. Get it? Britney Spears. And time is going by ever so slowly. This is like a very low budget production because James is getting something from like the office, and my producers obviously unable to be in contact with me. So this is just me, and I have zero technological capabilities. But you guys should be like very flattered that it's like the Kanye lyrics, you should be honored by my lateness, that I would even show up to this fake shit. Basically, you should be honored that I even look as good as I do today. Like, I put jewelry on, I did my makeup and my hair. Like, I have literally looked horrific for days on end. And I just decided today I was going to step it up. And I was like, well, I should record your podcast while I still look semi-decent. So the theme of this week, sorry, I'm drinking my ginger beer. Yes, and I had to order it in like a mass quantity, like a 40 pack it came from Seattle, Washington. And whoever I ordered it from, like included this little note that said they sanitized it. It was like really nice. So I've been living in fear like the past few weeks about COVID, and someone close to me that wants to remain unnamed because they're crazy literally tested positive for COVID, and we were exposed, so we had to wait all week to see if we had it, and we don't. Surprise, we're negative. I'm so happy, and I can like move on with my life now, because waiting up for those results is just horrible. It's just very exhausting. So yeah, we're good. Everybody's good. Things I'm liking. So, like, it's totally different being in quarantine as a parent than as a non-parent. Like, as a non-parent, this really wouldn't affect me in any way. I would just be, like, doing my own thing. I'm watching a lot of TV. Like, I'm not saying it's easy for anybody. I'm just saying, like, me personally, it wouldn't affect very much because I'm not social. Like, there are social people I'm sure it's affecting. And, like, some of my friends, they can't do, like, things they really like go to the gym and, go whatever they do for their hobbies. My hobbies pretty much were only going to the gym before I, had JR. So now I've moved to the Peloton here, and I'm still loving the Peloton. James has added onto the home gym, but Peloton's my number one bitch, and I love her. I've convinced 2 other people to buy Pelotons, so thank you, Peloton. You should sponsor me. Things I'm liking. Moms, start doing this, because you forget like all the things you do in a day, just like even a regular day. Like, I made a list yesterday of everything I did, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did I fucking do all this shit today? Couldn't believe it. And I shared it on my personal homepage, but I'll share it here. I did so much. And I think it's like a good thing for you to do, because then you realize how much you really did do that day. What's that lady's name? Glennon Doyle, the inspirational lady that everybody likes. I watched this video she did, and it was so good. It was about like mom shaming during the pandemic, and how people are like, oh my God, like I'm not gonna let them become addicted to the TV, like screen time. Okay, I don't care. We don't always watch TV, but yes, there are days where I need to clean the house, and there's 3 inches of dog hair on the floor. And yeah, I'm going to turn on the TV for 2 hours while I vacuum and mop and do the shit I need to do so I don't lose my mind, because I'm OCD. And I'm going to do it. And JR's just going to watch TV, and that's how it is. So there are days like that, and there are days where I just, do school stuff with him all day, and we do a lot. But there should be no shaming. And she actually ran a preschool for a while, and she said what she learned most of all. You guys should really watch this video. I'll try and link it or post it or whatever people do. Start and finish strong is what she learned. Like, she would stay up all night, like, coming up with these lesson plans for these preschoolers, and they would just, like, when their parents would report back on what they liked, they would report back the, like, first and last thing they did that day was, like, their favorite activity, and, like, they completely forgot everything in between. So just, like, start strong with, like, a really good morning, I guess. One activity in the morning, maybe, like, really anything, like a little walk, an adventure walk, and then, like, end strong, and then you're really good. Like a really fun bath with music. You're good. That's all they'll remember. So remember that, moms. Don't be too hard on yourself. I've also really liked watching El Prez, Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports. He's been doing this, like, unboxing thing, and it's an adult version of, like, that Ryan child that I hate from, I don't hate any children, I shouldn't say that, but I kind of hate that family. The Ryan child that opens toys on YouTube and makes all the money, and now he's a show that I hate. The show I actually want to stab my eyeballs out. Ryan's something, Mystery World, Mystery Box, Jared loves it, I hate it, but so I guess, like, kids love watching other kids open these toys on YouTube and play with them. And this is, like, an adult version. Like, he's been getting, it's, like, the funniest shit. And I don't know why. Like, James and I are addicted to it. Every night at 8:30, he does a live, and he gets, like, a samurai sword. He got a fish that he now has a nice fish tank to. Like, all kinds of, like, sports paraphernalia, like a wedding invitations. There's a guy that sends him a different potato every single day, which is awesome. I think that's so funny. He obviously gets, like, gross sex things. But it's just, like, so funny. He got a sword, an axe, like, he's really hopped up on whatever when he's doing it. He says coffee. But I don't care what it's very entertaining. Very entertaining. I love it. I've also been watching, we're not finished yet, we're almost finished with the Tony Robbins, like, Netflix documentary. And I'm, like, not an inspirational speaker person. Like, that does not motivate me at all. Like, when people start inspirational speaking to me, I'm like, all right, that makes me more, like, I'll dig my heels in and be like, fuck you. I'm not doing anything today. But it's interesting to see all of these people that go, and I mean, like just like how he has made himself who he is. It's, I, like, respect him. It's not that I don't respect inspirational speakers. I totally do, and I know that works for, like, tons of people. It's just my personality. It has to come from, I don't know, different source. But yeah, so it's a crazy documentary, and when we're done, I'll tell you guys what it's about. Also, what I've been loving is caterpillars. I ordered these caterpillars online for JR. Then they eat in that little thing, and then they turn into a butterfly. They're really big caterpillars right now. That's the stage we're at, and they're awesome, and they're really fun. Honestly, like, he looks at them every day, but I think I'm more excited about them. So as an adult, if you want something cool to do, like, get yourself some caterpillars and watch them grow, because it's awesome. I love watching them. Like, every day they're bigger, and I'm worried because it's like we guarantee 3 out of the 5. And I'm like, so are 2 gonna die? Like, do I need to worry about death? I don't know. Will they not come out of their cocoon? I don't know. I think they're, like, really close to the stage of cocooning, the cocooning stage. So I'm excited for that. Other than that, okay, so I'm, like, late to this party, but, like, I'm following Leslie Jordan, the comedian. He said he's 65 years old. He's this, like, sweet old Southern queen, and, he's famous from, like, Will and Grace and, like, the movie Ski Patrol, but I didn't know he, like, still, was around. He is so funny. He's, like, this sweet, gosh, it got, like, really dark all of a sudden. Put some light on. He's so funny. Like, oh gosh, my face looks bad. I wonder if I can, no, the lighting sucks, and we're just gonna deal with it, guys. So funny. Follow Leslie Jordan if you want to laugh. Okay, this old gal is into TikTok now, and I'm gonna show you some of the TikToks I've done. really just one. And it took me all day to learn this dance. So I need to figure out another dance. But it makes me feel like Hailey Bieber, like someone cool like that, even though I'm not. So apparently it's like Chinese owned and they're stealing all our data, but I really have nothing to hide. So have fun with my data, Chinese people. I don't know. I don't know what the Chinese government is going to do with my data, and I don't care. They've already given us the worst possible thing. Actually, I should knock on wood that we can handle. So, all right, let's jump into our first topic, which is Britney Spears. I know I've like talked about it some, but her decline is really, it's bad right now. Like, it is bad. What the fuck is going on there? Like, I have so many questions. You guys have also had so many questions. I've actually been working on like a project of like becoming Britney, and I did this like totally sober. In the middle of the day, I just decided, I put JR down for a nap, and I literally like found an interesting outfit, and I did my makeup. I found my old hair extensions from college, like clip-ins, and I like surprised James. He's like working from home in his office, and he was terrified. He was like, "What is this?" He's like, "Have you been drinking?" And I'm like, "Nope, this is me." I mean, like, that's just what happens in quarantine. Like, so I did all these Britney impressions that I'm going to work into this somehow. So you'll see those. Lucky you. So far, like with my core group of friends, I've gotten good feedback on them, to be honest. So I would be excited if I were you. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm doing like a tutorial on like becoming Britney, but what's happening with like, I mean, obviously she's a mess. Her hair is terrible. It's like fuzzy. Her extensions, like, I mean, she has pieces of hair like this long, like sticking out of her head. She has the same old makeup on that she sleeps in. She has to get that aesthetic. What is with that black choker that she wears at all times? I'm like, that is like making me uncomfortable. Like, I was trying to be trendy today, and I put this like star choker on, and it's still like, I'm like barely making it through. I'm like, oh, come on, be trendy, be cool. Again, be trendy and cool. And my husband's like gray t-shirt, the Sherpa, and I've got some jeans on. Not like my tight jeans, like my trusty Old Faithful jeans. So anyway, like the choker she always has on, the makeup, the hair, like, yes, like I've realized all those things for a while now. Like, she's stuck in the 90s. She always has to roll her pants like 3 times, which I remember doing when I was like, I want to say 8th grade was when we started like rolling those, what were they called? Shorties, or those cheerleading short type things? We started rolling those. Like, if you didn't roll it, you were not cool. If you rolled it once, you were normal. If you rolled it again, you were a super hoe. So let me know which one of those categories you fell into. I was just a regular one roll downer. You know, I've always had big legs, so I never was like excited to show them off. But I remember those double or triple roll girls. I do. So let me know if you're one of those. No judgment. Again, I don't know why I winked. It's just like funny. It's funny. I just thought of that. Back to Britney. The weird voice, the choker, the furniture. Like, did she buy all of Michael Jackson's like old furniture from Neverland when he died? And it's so hideous. Like, it doesn't go with, it's just like, the money this woman has and the lack of taste is appalling to me. Like, she could be living in like the coolest effing place ever. And like her room, when she posted this video of like her, she's like, "This is what I do to keep sane," which is hysterical because I'm like, you're insane. And she's doing these weird yoga poses that look more like sex poses and like not done correctly at all. Not that I've been a yoga master, but these are not done correctly. And it's just weird. And if you look at her furniture, it's all like from like what was cool in like the mid to late 90s. Like really ornate wood, mirrors. Like, it's just so weird. Like, the decor is horrific. Again, with like the yoga, it's just so weird. I remember she was like, "I swam 100 laps one day." And then she showed her pool and she was like, You can't even call it swimming. She was like jazzercising in her pool, which isn't even like a regular lap pool. It's just a little pool. Like, what laps are you swimming? You can't even push off and like have a lap. So you're jazzercising in your pool. Just bizarre stuff. The red background photos, and she's like already dressed this. She's been like, I loved this photo shoot. That's why I keep posting it. But it's like, Britney, you keep posting the same exact photos, the same ones. She posted like 8 of the same ones in one posting sesh. It was bizarre. And like the tops and the stuff she's modeling, it looks like you got it on sale at what's like a store equivalent of Claire's from when we were growing up. What was that place? Oh my gosh, I'm like thinking of it now. I can't think of it, but they had like shoes too. It'll come to me. It was like the store equivalent of Claire's. And like they sold clear heels there and other awful things like chokers that should never come back in style. God, what was it? I want to say it was like something like cool, like chill, or it will come to me. It's not limited to. It's something else I'm thinking of. Gosh, I remember I had a really sick pair of shoes from there, and I was so proud of them. And they definitely had clear heels. So yeah, I mean, like, what's going on? She definitely, like, I mean, she could have makeup, hair every day. She could live like the Kardashians. Why? She needs Chris to become her manager. Like, that's what needs to happen. I mean, I just don't know where she's getting all this. Where's she getting these clothes? Like, I don't know. I need answers. And like, why doesn't anyone care? I mean, like, some true crime needs to be dug up into this. That guy that's her boyfriend, like, I need to know more about him. Is he like just putting shit in her cereal every day and she's just a Looney Tune? Like, what is going on? But anyway, I'm trying to get in, that's really one of the things I'm trying to figure out in quarantine. All right. If you're a Markle fan, mute me for a minute because I'm going on a Markle rant. I'm obviously changing topics now to Markle. Meghan Markle was like, the people that were defending her in the beginning, they were like, oh my gosh, she just wants a better life for her family. Like, she just wants to get out. It's such a toxic environment. Okay, well, why are you moving to fucking LA? Sherpa predicted this from the beginning. Before they even, like, Megxit, whatever, I was like, these people are going to end up in LA because she doesn't like the rules of the royal family. So she's just going to change everything. And she just wants to be in like yoga commercial ads. She probably wants to be some kind of like Instagram influencer, whatever. And she's really pretty. I've always given that to her. I hate it. She looks great right now. I'm always going to give her that. I'm not going to let my hatred for her seep into my judgment of her looks. Anyway, she's beautiful. But like, okay, so you're running from the paparazzi, but you're going to LA where they're going to be on your ass like crazy. You think it's going to be any better here? It's not. The whole thing is a farce and it's just embarrassing. Like, it's just like pisses me off. She's just as thirsty as Joe Exotic, to be honest. I just can't. And then like, that's where, she's going to LA and that's where all the Bachelor reject people go to like try and be famous. So she and like Hannah Ann are going to be probably besties soon. Yeah. Or Claire, the new Bachelorette. I don't know what's happening with her season. It's like canceled now. Thank God, it looked horrible. I hope maybe they'll like find someone else in the meantime. Maybe like COVID will take her out and we don't have to watch her as the Bachelorette. Okay, that was mean and uncalled for. I'll apologize for that. I don't want COVID to take anybody out. So on a side note about The Bachelor, there is a meme out where Pilot Pete turns into Travis Maldonado from Tiger King, and I can't unsee it. They look exactly the same. Exactly. You guys like need to check it out. And you know what? I kept thinking Travis looked like so familiar to me. Like, I'm like, do I know someone that looks like Travis? Is he just like one of those faces? No, it was Pilot Pete. Like, he looks so much like Peter. It's crazy. He's like meth Peter. All right. Tiger King update leading into Tiger King. There's going to be a new episode. It's going to be like almost, I wonder if it's like a reunion style episode with Joel McHale hosting it. And I don't know, is it going to be a reunion? It's going to be an update? Like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I need it now. I need it now. Also, you guys need to listen to, I've already told you a million times, you need to listen to Crime Junkie podcast, but I'm like a Patreon member. I like pay for their membership because I love it so much. And they put out an hour and 20-minute thing on Joe Exotic, or on like the Tiger King in general. And he, like everyone in America I know hates Carole Baskin. We all think she killed her husband, Don, but they gave me some facts today that are making me question that. And you guys should really listen. You should listen to them already, Crime Junkies, but you should listen to this podcast if you really want to like delve deep into the shit of Joe Exotic, like the crime part of it. And yeah, apparently his little like trusted secretary that was portrayed as his like trusted friend secretary, and I think her name was Anne, the secretary. She was like, it's not like just rumor, like she had embezzled over $600,000 worth of real estate property from Carole and Don prior to him going missing. And she was just like buying stuff and putting it in her name. So like these are court documents. They're not like just hearsay. And she had to return it all. And she took out a life insurance policy on her boss 3 months prior to his disappearance, in which she was the beneficiary. Like, who the fuck takes out a life insurance policy on their boss? Never heard of that. I've never heard of that. And like, they were making that big deal of the will, like if he goes missing, blah, blah, blah. Well, she has she had control of the safe. So maybe she did it. Because maybe it was Carole. I'm not saying we shouldn't investigate her, but I think we need to look hard at Anne. A life insurance policy on your boss? Unheard of. So yeah, Crime Junkies totally killed it with this. And I don't know. I don't know now if Carole killed her husband. I don't think she did. I think she might just be a crazy old cat. Anything else? Yeah, Anne. I think we need to take a harder look at her. Surviving with your spouse in quarantine. James is out right now, so I think I can talk freely about this. It's difficult. Like, it's hard. You're the only person that they see and that you see every day, day in, day out. Marriage is hard enough. I'm not saying have a rocky marriage, but I've been married over 5 years. We've been together almost 13 or 14. So it's, you guys, if you know, you know. So this is what I've learned in quarantine though. Things are very dicey, and especially for kids, and you just really need to be positive. And if you have a negative thought, this is what I wrote down. Tip 1, don't say what you are thinking. It will only turn into an argument unless you are thinking something positive and probably not even related to your relationship. Just don't say anything. Nothing. Not oh, you're getting better at, managing your anxiety. Nothing like that. It will turn into a fight. Just trust me. Number 2, at least one point in every couple days, the other person will completely lose their shit. Let them handle it and pick up the slack while they're gone, or sleep, or doing whatever they need to do to handle their shit. Because this will happen. It's happened to us. I dressed up like Britney Spears and did multiple impression videos that you guys are probably going to have the benefit of seeing. And James was just like, okay, this is bizarre. And James had to drive around for 5 hours the other day. I wasn't happy about it, but I was thinking, he just needed a break. I slept literally all day the other day. I just did not wake up. I just slept. I also was convinced I had the Rona. And James just let me be. So just do that. Also come up with some cute pet names, funny pet names. James has come up with one for me. He calls me the pygmy slug. Little does he know the pygmy slug actually exists. It is an animal in, I think, Montana. It's a smaller slug than usual, obviously, pygmy. And pygmy slug enjoys moist environments and like rotten wood. Doesn't really sound like me. I don't like moist environments. I like dry, cold environments. That's when I thrive. So I don't know. James was a little off on the pygmy slug. I think it came from like me not changing my clothes for about 6 days and just like driving around, or not driving around. What am I thinking? I'm looking at a text. Ugh, this isn't working. I need my producer, Jared, come back. It came from me just like not leaving the bed and like slugging around the house like so sadly for a couple days. Pygmy slug. So good one. Thanks, babe. So pretty. And just, yeah, tell them they're doing a good job at like whatever the fuck they're doing. Like if they're folding laundry, be like, thank you. Oh my gosh, that is so great how you're folding it. If they're working, be like, which is what James is doing. I'm not working. Well, this is kind of work, but whatever. Just be like, you did so great. Killed it on the phone today. I have no idea what the other people were saying, but you killed it. You know, if they're like cutting up an onion, be like, you dice an onion so great. Can you teach me that? Like, just like things like that just help keep the vibe happy. And you need happy right now, let me tell you. And just laugh. I mean, James and I like literally almost peed our pants the other night. Just the meme game is so good right now. And to be honest, I actually did pee my pants. He didn't. But like the memes are so good. There are these people that run like dogs on all four, I guess, like hands and legs, and they run and they literally are real. They jump over a picnic table. I was crying, laughing so hard, and we were like sweating. Like it was like hysterical. Like I couldn't stop. And then we just got on this roll. There's this one with Lady Gaga that's so good. Have you guys seen the one with Lady Gaga where she's like, club, 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 bus, club, no sleep, plane, club, club. And it's talking about obviously her tour, but like they're like me when I get out of quarantine. I shouldn't be trying to recreate memes, but anyway, just we got like literally just completely delirious and we were laughing so hard. So that was actually fun. You guys have to look up those dog people. It's so creepy and weird, but also hysterical, like the music playing to it. So it's pretty funny. Things I want to look into next week. You guys can give me ideas. Why? I mean, like, I was wondering this because, you know, like now that the market's all up and down and people are, I guess, like buying gold again, or all those horrible commercials with those old people come on, they're like, that's why I buy gold. Gold, the best kind of gold. And I'm like, what the fuck are you going to do with the gold? What are you going to do with it? Like, I'm way more apt to go get cash and hide it under my bed than I am to buy, like, bars of gold. Like, I can't go to Publix and be like, I'll trade you 5 Whispering Angels and some deli meat for this gold. Like, that doesn't work. So, I mean, why are we hoarding gold? Almost in today's world, I don't even know how Bitcoin works, but I feel like you'd almost want to buy Bitcoins rather than gold. If someone can, like, send me an answer on this, I have no idea. Why do we buy gold? I don't know. So that's a question I have for this week, but that's really all I have. Maybe I'll post, I have to like figure out, plan how to roll out like my Britney stuff. I don't know if I can do it again. It was exhausting. Like it was really exhausting. You have to like get in the mindset. I really almost felt like the Joker. Like I felt like the Joker, like when he breaks, that was me as Britney. I was like, anyway. You guys just keep living your lives in quarantine. Send me ideas, things we want to talk about. Buy a Peloton. They're awesome, and we're not getting out of our houses till like August minimum. So do it for yourself. And yeah, just keep thriving. Peace out.